everybody, I'm super excited about this week's book review. It is Serafina and the Black Cloak. And like a lot of the books that I am doing right now, it is on the 2020 Rebecca Cottle awards list. And this is a book... See, that's what just happened. I thought I was doing really good, and then you looked at me, and then you laughed. Huh? I think I told you that 18 times. The Rebecca Cottle book list is a list here in Illinois, and it's the one that our middle school librarian uses to encourage kids to read. And so I do read all 20 of those, and while not all of my books are from the Rebecca Cottle list, many of them are going to because I read them all. So Serafina, first one on the list that we're going to talk about, and she is fantastic. I rate my books on a 5-point scale, and this one is definitely a 5-star on my list. It is big chapters, and kids will tell you I don't love big chapters. Most of us kids don't love them, but at the end of the book the chapters got a little bit smaller, which was awesome because as the intensity built and you wanted to keep turning the pages, the chapters were shorter, which gives us a little bit of motivation to get through it. Serafina is a 12-year-old girl that lives in the basement of the estate with her dad. They are hiding there. They are not to be living there. Her dad works for this family at the Biltmore, and he has hidden her entire life. She knows nothing about her mom. She knows nothing about why they live there or what's going on. She's just an easy girl to love. She's got some unique characteristics, and she's lonely, but I don't know, she's made this creative, amazing life for herself. Now, parent review. Content as far as appropriateness, totally fine. I don't remember any profanity, no bad words in there, so that's all good. However, definitely on the scarier side of things. So if you are easily scared by scary movies or have nightmares easily, this maybe is one that you need to weigh in on. For our older kids that are watching, you're gonna love it. I easily made a movie in my mind of this one. I'm not always capable of doing that with books, but this was definitely one. If Hollywood got a hold of this, if movie makers got a hold of this, they're so gonna ruin it and make it incredibly scarier. So if a 5th or 6th grader could handle the book, because we control the books, they wouldn't necessarily want to go to the movie. So definitely on the scary side, intense. I am camping. We are camping right now this week, and as I was reading it last night, I told my kids I'm not sure that this is the book I should be reading in the middle of the woods, because while it takes place at the Biltmore Estates, they venture out. She ventures out into the forbidden woods that her dad has told her never to go into, and she goes there, and you guys, it's way worse. It's way worse in the woods than what you could have imagined that it was going to be. What I think the author did that was pretty awesome is she really could have wrapped up the book in a total cliche. Like, good versus evil, good wins, because we know it's always mostly kind of going to in a book like this. But did I say she? Robert Beatty, B-E-A-T-T-Y. What he did is he went ahead and closed some things up for us, explained some things that he didn't really have to close up for us. And so there were a lot of pages left when I felt like we were ending things, and I thought, what possibly could be happening next? And what happened next is he filled in the blanks. He told us what this was about and what this was about and what this was about. There's only one part of the ending that I really wish that he would have done differently. For a minute I went, oh shoot, is this gonna go from a 5-star to a 4? But it's not. It's just not. It's not his fault. It's Serafina's fault. She's the one that made the decision to do what she did at the end, to not tell things that I thought she could have told. So I'm not gonna take away from Robert, the author, for that. I'm going to put that totally on Serafina, that she chose not to tell parts that I kind of thought that she needed to tell. So 5-star book. We can't go fairy tale with this because there is no king, there is no queen, there's nothing like that, but definitely more sci-fi, not even sci-fi, fantasy. We're going to go straight fantasy because things happen in this book that cannot happen in real life. Castles. There is a castle. I'm sad that this is done. I'm sad that this is done because I hardly ever get to read future books in a series. And what you will find at the end of Serafina is Robert has included for us the first 2 chapters of the next Serafina adventure. And I'm not even going to read them because it's not on my list to read for quite some time. It is Serafina and the Twisted Staff. So I love when I have a 5-star book that I can look at a classroom of kids and say, Jude, read this book. Talk to me about this book. Tell me what you thought about the ending and if Robert did a good thing and if you agree with how Serafina left things with the other characters. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to comment below on if you read the book, if you liked the book, and what you thought of the book. So if you haven't read it, don't read the comments. You should know that. On my post, we're going to talk about the book in the comments. So like, subscribe, because there's going to be more, and I'm supposed to tell you to like and subscribe. But comment below on any questions that you have about Serafina that I can answer. And then when you've read it, tell me, do you agree? Do you disagree? Where do you rate Serafina and the Black Cloak? Don't read it in the woods, children. It's a little scary. Another big announcement. It is definitely a grown-up approved book. I tell grown-ups in my life all the time that they need to be reading some middle school books. Grown-up books, I mean, they're fine. There's some good grown-up books out there. But these are typically faster reads, and we're missing out. Grown-ups, we're missing out. So, grown-up approved. If you are a grown-up and you are watching this, read this book, Serafina and the Black Cloak. See you later. I just did a really good job.